Welcome to Healthcare Update with Leila Kramer. Each episode brings you informed commentary on the most recent issues in healthcare and public health, as well as in-depth interviews with prominent experts. And now, here is your host, Leila Kramer.
Hello, I'm Leila Kramer, Executive Producer for the National Library of Patient Rights and Advocacy. Welcome to Healthcare Update. Twice a week, I will be bringing you the latest news in medicine and public health. We will be exploring the current issues as well as learning from experts in the field. Today, I want to talk about the recent court decision that was announced on Monday, March 13th from a federal judge that temporarily stayed multiple decisions made by HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. and the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, the ACIP. Last June, you may remember, Kennedy fully replaced the members of the ACIP after firing the original committee members. Last week's decision is an interim, temporary decision in the legal case brought by the American Academy of Pediatrics against Kennedy et al. The American Academy of Pediatrics argues that HHS circumvented the law when Kennedy replaced the ACIP members last year and made multiple changes to the recommended immunization schedules without following usual procedures. AAP challenged all the vaccine recommendations made since May 2025. The AAP is arguing that these actions undermine public trust, disrupted clinical practice, and threatened public health. The decision of last week does three things. One, it temporarily blocks Kennedy's appointment of the 13 new members to the ACIP because the appointment likely violated the Federal Advisory Committee Act. Two, and it prevents the current ACIP from meeting until the case is resolved or another motion removes the temporary stay. However, the judge did not explicitly say that ACIP cannot meet, stating that it was not appropriate for the court to determine whether they could meet or not. The court decision has temporarily blocked federal health officials from cutting the number of vaccines recommended for every child, and has halted the order by Kennedy announced in January to end broad recommendations for all children to be vaccinated against the flu, rotavirus, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and some forms of meningitis and RSV. Upon the announcement of the court decision, Dr. Andrew Racine, president of the American Academy of Pediatrics, made this comment.
It's a victory for the children of the United States with regard to protecting them against vaccine-preventable diseases. The judge has essentially said that the process by which we arrive at these kinds of recommendations needs to be scientifically based. And what the Department of HHS is doing, both in terms of its recommendations and in terms of the structure it's using, has departed from that standard. My advice to parents today is the same as my advice would have been 24 hours ago, last month, last year, 10 years ago. If you have questions about anything with regard to your children's health, whether it's vaccines, it's the sleep practices, it's safety, it's discipline, it's development, it doesn't matter. Any of those questions, the best thing to do is to have a conversation with your child's pediatrician. They will be in the best position to be able to guide you about any of those. We also have actually information available online for patients and families who want to go to healthychildren.org, where they can learn everything there is to know about caring for their children, including what the best vaccine schedule for them would be.
We will continue to follow this story as it evolves. That is your healthcare update for the day. I am Leila Kramer, and I will see you on the next healthcare update, powered by the National Library of Patient Rights and Advocacy. Thank you so much.